The year is 1444, and Daddy Thanos has just popped up. And obviously there is no Avengers, which means there's no Ant-Man to crawl up any sort of crevices, or maybe there is, I don't know, maybe there's like some Renaissance Avengers, but they fail too, and he's about to wipe out like half of the world's nations. Like half of the map is gonna be empty, and it's gonna be everyone else's job to, I guess, recolonize everything. I don't know exactly which nations are gonna disappear, and I don't know which nations are gonna be left behind, but it's gonna be their job to kind of retake everything, so yeah, this is about to get wild. So we're just gonna focus on the Eastern Hemisphere because, I mean, the natives aren't really gonna have an impact either way. Okay, so all of Iberia is now gone, a lot of India as well. Germany is, okay, the HRE is definitely not gonna be a part of this one. Neither is Scandinavia or like almost all of Italy. Jesus. I almost missed this. All of Japan is pretty much nearly gone too, so we'll see if like they take back their islands or someone else invades, like Korea or especially Ming, because they're still chilling. This is gonna be pretty interesting because in my test runs, it definitely wasn't like the central part of Europe that got snapped, so like kind of anyone can get here. It's definitely gonna be a race for these new lands. Yeah, like I said, not a whole lot's gonna be going on in the Western Hemisphere. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna get wiped out either way, but whoever colonizes them will probably be a little different. As you can see, the race has already begun, and I mean, anyone can really get here. You don't have to like have connecting territory. I mean, this could technically be like a new British colony if they want to, which, I mean, you know they do. You know they do. India pretty much starts off looking like herpes, so I guess technically maybe they will unite a little bit faster. I mean, I don't really know. I'm just spitballing here. Wow, okay, never mind. The HRE is still doing all right. They're gonna have some trouble since Austria's not here. I don't know how well these guys are gonna be able to defend these lands. Also, the Empire of China's looking a little weak, and they just got into a war, so that could be a problem. They might be fine, but I don't know. A little surprised to see all the infighting still. I thought, you know, with all this new unclaimed territory, there would be, I don't know, like a peaceful grabbing up of these lands. No, I was stupid. They hate each other just as much. Scotland's the newest nation to pop up in the Scandinavia, little reverse Viking invasion, but there's a whole bunch of other like HRE states kind of eating up this stuff too. It'd actually be pretty cool if Purple Daddy shows up every like 500 years just to re-snap everything. I don't know if that's a part of this mod, but can we get an update? Oh yeah, if you couldn't tell, people are gonna start to colonize things way faster than they normally do. So that is why Iceland's already filled up. Novgorod is actually benefiting from like the lack of enemies out here in the north. And if they continue to eat this stuff up, they might be able to take out Muscovy themselves. Cause I mean, they're definitely not looking that good. Morocco's gonna be trying a little reconquista, which they probably in the best position to do so. Besides France could do that. And we also have some Italian states kind of over here too. It's a little fiesta. This is also something I never thought I'd see, let alone from the AI, but I mean, even a human player in general. Provincial Sicily. Provence got here. That's kind of amazing. It looks like almost half of Germany has kind of been reclaimed, and I'm a little surprised that Poland isn't getting a little bit more in on this. Isn't this like their wet dream? I mean, they don't really have to worry about one of their biggest rivals. And India got on this fast. Wow, okay, I'm impressed, guys, to be honest. Actually, it doesn't even look like anything happened. There's only a couple empty spaces left. All right, never mind. It's safe to say that China is gonna be just fine. They're looking pretty much all right over here, but Japan is a little different story. I mean, I think the Japanese nations are for the most part gonna get it, but I like how Korea managed to get at least something out of it. Oh, and Ming's here too, and they actually might get a bit more. It's kind of really hard to tell what's going on in some of the places because I know a lot of small nations probably got snapped too, but Africa does look a little bit different. Especially in the north, but yeah, that's a different story. Currently, Florence is winning the race for Iberia, but that's not going so well anymore. See, that's the thing, you still need to have somewhat of a military. Still, Iberia, as I said, it's kind of huge. They tend to find the new world first, so who is gonna find it now? I wanna say we're gonna see Italy form here pretty quickly, like maybe world record status. Urbino pretty much has like half the peninsula already. And I gotta admit, I mean, that is a pretty scary Poland. They didn't get as much as I thought, but they still have control over Lithuania. We're gonna see the Commonwealth, and they're gonna whoop over here. Muscovy, for instance, probably doesn't have long left. So this was something I didn't expect. We have some unintended consequences. I don't think anyone got snapped in Siberia, or maybe just the people in the gulags. But yeah, I mean, this stuff's about to get claimed. I didn't expect the Nordic region to look this bad, but I probably should have, to be honest. Iberia's all right. Iberia's not that bad. I think Morocco and France are just gonna take everything. Oh, and we've seen something like this before when I've given like everyone a colonist in EU4. Indonesia's just gonna kind of come down here and grab up all that. There was a lot more empty islands before this too. They're really just growing quickly. That is one thick Commonwealth. And I knew it was gonna happen too. It's like a bowl of oatmeal. Thing is, it's still gonna be difficult because Muscovy's doing all right. They're gonna form Russia because they're just kicking all the booties out this way. I thought they'd do a lot better than that. And here's the beauty of this mod right here, because a nation that I almost always forget about because they kind of just die instantly has now united Iceland, and they're not too far away from grabbing Canada. I'm sure they will. Just give them a couple more years. What else is new? China over here just claiming Tibet, even though it wasn't theirs, so shocker. No, not Burgundy. I was really rooting for them there. They got more territory. They're still around, and they have all of Denmark. I guess they might survive, but yeah, they'll eventually die. Wow, okay. We now have Florentine Mexico. Florence is really just making the best out of their situation. Brent's gonna be the other big colonizer though. They've already grabbed almost all the Caribbean, and they'll be doing their own thing in North America. Amazingly, the HRE is still out here, still trying to survive. I mean, they have a pretty strong member right here in the middle, but oh yeah, that's fantastic. Oh, that's not too bad. Could've been worse. These African powers are doing a whole bunch. I think it might be tough maybe for the Europeans to get here. I guess we'll see. It depends on like alliances too though. Oh my God. No. Come on, this can't be happening. This is way too much. I mean, luckily at least something bad happened to the British, but it really doesn't mean much because yeah, this basically means that right now they're kind of like a puppet, and at any moment they might get annexed by the Commonwealth, and if that happens, obviously it's game over. They also would gain control over all the colonies they have, which is terrifying, and they just formed the 13 colonies actually, so that's interesting. France is down here bullying people in South Africa, so I imagine they're probably gonna continue to do that. I was wondering if maybe, you know, they'd be able to keep the Europeans out, but no, not happening. We got a real early Persia that formed. That's kind of surprising, and that's probably just due to the fact that the Ottomans aren't doing much, and the Ottomans aren't doing much because of the Commonwealth. Also, Russia might be dead. Wow, this is so bad. The Brits have actually made it to Australia, so they're not gonna allow these guys to just eat up this entire continent, and weirdly enough, this is not surprising, but the Mamluks are here too. I don't know why the AI just loves this place so much. If Scotland could just survive the whole game, I'd be happy. And it might happen, technically. I mean, Russia's dying, and that was kind of their biggest threat for now, unless like the Commonwealth come up here and eat them. And Korea's making their move to the islands. They're getting more stuff over here, and they really need to continue to push for this because they're definitely struggling. They've been losing some stuff. Whoa, okay, you know what? That doesn't matter at all. I had no idea. Okay, I've never seen Ming just take stuff in India. Like, yeah, this is basically under their control. I'm assuming that's maybe the reason why there isn't a great power here just yet. I mean, it isn't that late into the game, but I don't know. I thought we'd see something by now. Who the hell are these guys? And where did they come from? That's a nice green. I also noticed they have a colony in North America. Not the biggest thing ever, but wow, that's odd. I'm calling this one. It's over. I guess Thanos came back just to snap Poland into space, kind of. They just annexed the British, which means it's over. They also have the colonies over here, which they might technically lose some of this stuff. Florence isn't too happy, but it doesn't matter. They still have all of South America. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. Kind of weird to see a lot of these places not really unite. I mean, everyone was just fine with kind of controlling their own piece of Iberia. I mean, that would have changed over the centuries, but still weird. Urbino didn't make Italy, which, I mean, maybe they just wanted to keep the Pope alive or something. Germany is just gonna get taken by the Commonwealth, I'm assuming, and Scandinavia's all messy. Scotland is, well, they not dead, they're still around. They're almost though. Like I said, I've never seen a Ming like this before, so I am really liking it. Actually, they did lose a little bit of power in India, so they might slowly be getting their independence, kind of, still. I mean, they might eventually collapse it, but it doesn't matter. These places have been pretty peaceful so far. I mean, I guess everyone's kind of just content for now, letting everyone just coexist for the most part. That is kind of the strangest thing. A lot of these places that I didn't think were gonna do that well ended up doing okay, and maybe it's because of the colonists. I mean, places in Africa and South America. Look at South America, they're still going. It's a mess, it's terrible, you definitely don't wanna be there, but they're surviving. France is clearly the dominant colonizer though. They have Mexico, the Caribbean, and a lot of Canada, pretty much all of Canada, so yeah, that actually might be helping them out a lot more than I'm expecting. Protestantism didn't even take off. It's kind of depressing. I mean, there was some weird reformed pockets. This is actually terrible, honestly. Just go back to being Catholic. Well, I was wrong. That is kind of amazing. How is France still winning? Just, you know, barely, kind of by like 200, but Commonwealth, What is going on? Well, maybe if they get enough time. Now the Ming just passed them up. What the hell? Might have overestimated them, but I mean, as time goes by, I would assume they might be able to, you know, do a little bit more with those colonies. They might be able to defend them or something. I don't know. They won the war here, so they were able to stop Florence, and I'd imagine they'd probably continue to do that. This is not like a one-time thing. They might even be able to expand. If only Thanos could come back in like 2016 or 17 and do it all over again. Now that is the mod I want to see. I want Thanos to continue to come back just every 2 years. That doesn't sound too bad. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Big thanks to Elphie C, Elijah Senpai, Ruserification, SwissAargau, Maxy G, King Solomon, Ben Moke, Gali, TannerOfNazareth, FurryCruz, MisterPERKELE, CooterDonkey, Brandon Hinkle, DestinyFU 9000, MegaFatBoi, a sneaky Gengar, Battle Buddy 1847, James Miller, I don't know how to say this one, Brithwyr, and Alfonso M6. Thank you.